there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today I am making a card using the lovely Twinkle Twinkle suite. This is aimed specifically at children and babies, but I think actually it will work for all sorts of occasions because not all of the designer series paper is obviously baby. It's very much more flexible, I think, than that. And even if you look at the stamp set, okay, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, maybe. Love You More Than All the Stars? No, that's not just baby. Star is Born, not all baby. It Was Written in the Stars. Congratulations, Your World Just Got a Little Brighter. No. So apart from Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which, okay, maybe specifically child orientated, the rest I think would be perfect for all sorts of occasions, and you know, we can embrace those. The card pack that goes with is Grey Granite, Pink Petal Pink and Pool Party, and there's the lovely silver and then Petal Pink and Pool Party Baker's Twine, which is amazing value. It's only £3.75 for a whole 2.29 metres or 25 yards if you're in old money. There's these lovely Twinkle adhesive backed sequins, which I thought I had, but can I find them at this precise moment? No. They may be over. No, not there. No. I've got them somewhere, but I'm in the middle of reorganising my craft room, so needless to say, I can now not find anything. However, I wasn't intending to use them anyway, so that's fine. There's a punch that goes with the stamp set, so if you buy them together, you can bundle them. The stamps are red rubber, so really nice spongy stamps, and needless to say, if you're bundling them or if you're buying them anyway, remember whether you want the clear mount or the wood mount. So do you want the wooden blocks or do you want to use your own acrylic blocks? So the card that I am making is as a result of the jungle drums in our village. I understand that someone in the village, who I didn't know she was even pregnant, which is really sad that I didn't know, but I gather she's not only pregnant, she's now given birth. However, the jungle drums didn't tell me whether it was a boy or a girl, so I'm going with soft sea foam, because if in doubt, go green. So what I have got here is a grey granite, what I've got here is a dirty grid paper, never mind, grey granite base. So this is half a sheet of A4 scored down the middle and folded in half. Then a piece of soft sea foam card and a piece of the soft sea foam with stars, and then the grey granite and white stripe on the back. And I'm only using both because I'm going to be doing a shaker card. And then I've got a piece of Whisper White just to go on the inside so that it's a nice clean surface to write on. So, as I say, I'm doing a shaker card. I will be using other designer series paper scraps as well, because I've got some little bits here that I will be using just to add a bit more embellishment. And then I've got another piece to go in the background, and I'm using the star side and a piece of window card. This piece of designer series paper is cut at 3 by 3. This is cut at 3 by an arbitrary amount that happened to be the width of the piece of window sheet that I had. So I'm thinking 3 3/4 by the look of it. So the first thing I want to do is adhere my designer series paper to my my card. I'm only doing this because I am going to punch a circle and then lift this layer up. So that's why I'm doing that, because I just want, actually I'm going to put another piece there because I'm going to punch out at the top, and I need therefore that for the card to kind of be adhered to the paper. So there we are, so that's the back. Right, I've got my 2-inch circle punch, and all I'm going to do is pop the whole thing in, get it square on by eye, and punch. So that is going to be our little window. and then we've got these 2 pieces that we can use for something else. Now, because it's going to irritate me to death, I've got this little bit sticking out at the bottom of the card, so I'm just going to bring in my trimmer and just trim the card off at the base and actually down the side, because it's doing it down the side as well. This is because when you're cutting things, obviously you're never quite accurate. So let's just do that neatly, shall we? There we go. Right, so of course that's now going to irritate me that it's now not square. So this was 3 and 7/8 by 5 and 5/8. It's now going to be slightly under that, but it's fine, that's better. Right, so that's our base, and then this is going to go here and it's going to be lifted up. It's going to be hand delivered, this card, and it's important to know that because when you use the adhesive strip in the UK, that will not go through as a standard letter. It will go through as a large letter because it's just that bit fatter. So I'm just going to pop this kind of there. That should be about right. Yep. So then on the back, I'm just going to, actually I think I might use tear and tape. Just because tear and tape is just that little bit stronger than snail. So where's my nice, there we go. So I'm just going to adhere some tear and tape to the back so that I can stick my window sheet down. And I like to just tear my tape with a straight edge. So there we go. So I have to say, when I was about to start filming a few moments ago, there was the most horrific noise from our next door neighbours. It sounded like, I don't know, it sounded like there was all sorts of crashing and banging going on, which was not going to be good for the background of a video. So I went and had a look and to see what was going on, and because it's, you know, the hottest time of the year, that sounds like the perfect time to have your winter logs delivered. I mean, joking apart, it probably is a good time because you're getting them whilst nobody else wants them. Right, so window sheet on the back. And with my bone folder, there we go, just make sure that that's well stuck down. And of course, because it's window sheet, you can see that it's well stuck down because you can see the tape through it. But obviously that's going to be on the inside, so it doesn't matter. So, right, now this of course is going to be interesting because I need to put my filler in there, put my tape on the back, but that's fine, we'll get around this. So, piece of the adhesive strip. Oh, actually I know how I can do it. Aha! Right, so if I pop that there and line that up, this is going to work. It is going to work, honest it is. Right, so that is where my circle is going to be for my window. So if I use that as my guide, so long as I don't move it too much, we will be good to go. Now I'm deliberately using putting the end at the top because if there are any gaps, it's useful for them to be at the top of your window so that any little bits that fall through won't, if you see what I mean, because the gap will be at the top. And unless your card is upside down, not that any of my bits are going to be particularly small, so it shouldn't be an issue, but just in case it were. And because these are nice narrow strips, they bend nicely. There we go. Right, so that, if I pop that on top, we should be about right. Yeah, we're a bit too far that way. Did I stick it down too well? Ooh, yes, I did. Okay, we'll have to live with it being slightly off-centre, but we'll deal with that. So take that off, and now I have very carefully punched lots of stars in the 3 colours that are in the paper, and I've also got some silver stars which I need to have the right way up so that they are silver. So I've just punched these out of ordinary cardstock and silver foil. So pop these in. Oops, other way up. Once it's encased, it will be fine. Other way up. This is probably the fiddliest bit of the whole thing. There we go. And then a few more of the other stars, and then just for a bit of glitz, I've got some of our iridescent sequins. So, whoops, I'll just pop a few of those in too, just so that there's a little bit of sparkle. Right, okay, so moment of truth time. Ooh, of course it would help if I mounted up the other bit of the card. Right, so this is where my little offcut comes in. Oh, don't you love it when I've got a brain? When would I ever have a brain? You can actually tear this, so it's quite useful to know that it will tear. And just one piece at the bottom. Pop that piece back on my sheet. Take off my bits of paper. I'm not worrying too much about this bit at the top because it's going to be so close to the circle that it's really not an issue. Oh, come along. Piercing tool. There we go. Right, yep, those are all released. Okay, so just pop that onto our card like that, and then we have our nice shaker. I've slightly overloaded the middle, so let's get those moving about a bit. That's better. But there we have our little shaker. Excellent. Right, so now we just need to pretty the front up. So, ooh, I've just had a thought. I just had a thought. Right, so let's see if this will work. Isn't it sad? No. I thought I had a piece of silver foil. Well, I did have a piece of silver foil. I just can't find it now. This is what comes of being in the middle of a tidy up. You just throw things somewhere because you know you're going to tidy it up later. No, that's not silver. No, that's copper. Good grief, woman. Aha! Is that going to be big enough? Just. Right, okay, so this is silver foil. That probably wasn't the most sensible thing I've ever done, but we'll get away with it. Get rid of that because I don't need it anymore. Okay, so somewhere I've got the other, there we are. So this is our 2-inch, that was our 2 1/4 inch circle punch. I think I'm going to be too clever by half, but we'll give it a go. See, I think I should have done it the other way around. In fact, I'm going to go and get another piece. let's do it the right way round. So here's a piece of, this is our 2-inch, so go in a bit, and then line that up. Yep, and that gives us a little frame. So definitely the better way round of doing it. And then that can go on there. So a little bit of liquid adhesive, and what I'm going to do is put it, ooh, not that much, that's called hot weather. So let me grab a little bit of scrap and spread that around a bit more. This is what comes of hot weather, you see, your glue runs quicker. But it's fine, it's what a little scrap of paper is for. So let's see if I can not put quite so much down this time. That's better. Okay, that probably doesn't need to be upside down at the moment, and then we can just pop our teeny weeny little frame around there, wipe away the excess. Let's use the post-it note as a squisher. There we go. Right, okay, so that's that done. That looks better. Right, so I'm now going to just pop some of these, I think, across, just to add some extra interest, and then I am going to, what's the other side of that pink? I don't really want pink on the front, just in case it's a boy. So let's flag some ends. So we'll have that, and then we'll have that a bit shorter. These are just little scraps that I've got as offcuts, but I do like to be able to use everything up. Where are we time-wise? 17 minutes. This is slightly ridiculous. Actually, that'll go underneath quite nicely. In fact, it'll go next door quite nicely. Yep. And then this piece will have, yeah, quite a lot shorter. Right, okay, and then I've just got to do a little bit of stamping and I am done, apart from putting the lining in, which I'm not going to stamp on, because that's just basically so I can write my note. And this in the middle, whoops. Towards the bottom. Get rid of these bits, keep that, don't need those bits. Right, okay, so I've got a off-cut of Whisper White, and I've taken the Congratulations Your World Just Got a Little Brighter, and I've got my soft sea foam, and just make sure that is reasonably straight, which it isn't. That's better. And this is a B block, so just ink that up and stamp that down, and it's crooked, so we'll do that again. That's better. So get rid of the one that's crooked, pretend that never happened, and actually I think I might just cut it square. There we go, and then pop that there. Yes, because then that's just nicely framed. It's almost like it was planned. Let's get that piece of scrap off. There we go. So what we can then do is grab our stars, because you know me, I like stamping pretty much everywhere that you possibly can. So, ooh, that's not square. Now it's better. Right, so we'll just add some little stars down in the bottom corner, like that, and grab an envelope and pop some on the back. And just down in the corner on the front. Yep, super! So what we've got to do now is add the liner to the inside of the card, and we're done in 21 minutes. Ridiculous. Okay, so do remember that we are doing the buy 3, that's run out, get your 4th for free on selected designer series paper. All the information for that is on my blog post, and that's linked immediately below here in the description bar. So go and have a look at that. It would be great if you wanted to, I've just noticed that that's fuzzy, it would be great if you wanted to shop with me. It would be a great honour to have you as my customer. It'd be an honour for me to have you as my customer. I do try and look after my customers really well. I like to treat them really as if they are stars, because without my customers there's no point in me being here. So that would be great if you did feel you could shop with me. Remember, there's also the signing up deal, where as well as your normal £130 of product of your choice for just £99 with free delivery, for the rest of July you can also choose a colour family of ink pads. So 10 ink pads, which are either the subtles, the brights, the regals, the neutrals, or all of the ink colours. So really great time to join up. If you bought those as a bundle, they would be £63, so with your £130 and your free postage, it's about £200 worth of product for just £99. So it would be wonderful to be able to welcome you to my team. I've had a number of people sign up already this month, and a few more would be great. Thank you very much indeed for watching me, and I hope to see you again very soon.